Best in the league, I'm the first round pick. First class ticket, we can go round trip. Started underground and the crown still fit. Crown still fit. Best in the league, I'm the first round pick. They don't gotta ask cause they know I'm him. Started underground and the crown still fit, right? Crown still fit. Look, moving around, they tell me to stop. Nah, king of the throne, I'm taking the top spot. Bubbling up, I'm ready to pop off. Let me paint a picture for you, I'm feeling like Bob Ross. Look at head on, I never ran from it. Hammer all these MCs, nobody can touch it. Flying out the family, tripping in Nantucket. I feel like Stan Lee, cause when I show up, the fans love it. Let's go.
Look, this is not a cameo. Popping like a can of Coke. Sending me a beat to send one back and with a ransom note. Young, rich, and handsome, no. Feel like Indiana Jones. Made enough this month that I could probably buy my family home.
Best in the league, I'm the first round pick. First class ticket, we can go round trip. Started underground and the crown still fit. Crown still fit. Best in the league, I'm the first round pick. They don't gotta ask cause they know I'm him. Started underground and the crown still fit. Crown still fit.
Hey, yo, the crown still fit and the fit go crazy. Yeah, you working with a Leo, I'm the new Scorsese. I'm a gift to this world like a newborn baby. I don't mean to be so rude, but that's what New York made me. It's the Prince of Manhattan, been rapping since 9/7.
Wait, Prince of the internet did it since pandemic. Look, all the compliments given were backhanded.
All my haters wheelchair jimmies, they can't stand it.
Go and take a seat, please. Check the IMDb. Still be cashing checks from all the times I've been on TV. Yes, I got the receipts. Did it since a preteen. Still working with the family, cause that's a dream team. Best in the league, I'm the first round pick. First class ticket, we can go round trip. Started underground and the crown still fit. Crown still fit. Best in the league, I'm the first round pick. They don't gotta ask cause they know I'm him. Started underground and the crown still fit. Crown still fit.
Yo, no points yet, Scott. We can't figure out how you get points in the chat, but it didn't give Scott any yet. Last time we had a new top 3. Listen, I was talking to Jason about this product. Well, I'm gonna roll dice first. Let more people come in, so I don't repeat myself too many times. But 1, 2 to the left, 3, 4 to the middle, 5, 6 to the right. It is a 5. We're going to 3 to the right. All right, if you want a little recap on, I feel like maybe I bored some people, but if you want my take on Score, their case hits, and how the product has changed this year, go watch the first 5-10 minutes of the break before I go over some case hits, why I think they're undervalued, why I think they're actually really rare and hard to find and extremely undervalued. I don't know if other case hits will catch on down the road. Like those, Jason and I have discussed in the past, what case hits would we buy if we didn't want to just spend so much money on, you only make points, you don't get that. I like that. If we weren't, Score is one of those. The Intergalactics, it's very much like the old movie ones, the MOVI, with the action. Hopefully we see one here. I love them. They're not super valuable, but Jason and I were talking. He has said this in the past. He doesn't think Score is an overly produced product. And I'm starting to tend to agree with him as I see, yes, they do have numbered cards at 250, but that's for the showcase. The rookie showcase are only to 100. Everything else is like 50 or less. You got your gold zone, your red zone, your end zone. So let's see what we can see and find out here and see what we think of these next 6 boxes. And for the price point, I like it. Franchise Stafford. Here we go. This is going to be a vet showcase. So the vet showcases are out of 250. Pretty standard. That's like the highest card, but I don't think they have it at like 199. Yeah, the old Sport Flicks very much like that too, Scott. Jamie finally did his tortellini on the Blackstone. Jamie, it looked good, man. Super easy too, but like you said, you can definitely master it if you figure out the time for the oil and steaming that tortellini a little bit. Another vet, Vince Ferragamo, a vet showcase out of 250. The showcase cards feel a little bit thinner than the base cards. These actually feel a little bit more paper thin, but I do like them. The checklist doesn't seem extremely insanely large. Terrence Ferguson. There's a Janty. Campbell. Omarion Hampton. T.O. And there's a Penix. No longer a rookie in this product. In his Pro Look Uni. The Punt God. Yeah, Wes said, he goes, maybe you just bored people with your rant about short prints last time. I said, well, I won't do it again. You know me, I like to dive in. There's a Riley Leonard and kind of enjoy the intricacies of each product on release day. And here's a Willie Gault out of 50. That's going to be a gold zone. So I think outside of the rookie showcases number 200, this is the next highest numbered card. XP can't be gained on a phone. You are on your computer. Ah, that actually makes sense. Well, I mean, it makes sense why some people were getting and some weren't. Wonder why that is, though. RJ Harvey, Josh Simmons, Egbuka, and Derrick Henry. Joe Horn. These are the scoreboard ones. They're not numbered, but they are. If we get like a real big name in the scoreboard, they probably hold a bit of value. Caleb Williams. Talked a little bit about him last break. There's a Shador rookie. And our first auto is going to be Landon Jackson, numbered out of 35 for the Buffalo Bills. Oh, and there's one behind it. Rondé Barber out of 35. Back-to-back out of 35. This one's going to go to the Buffalo Bills. Thomas D with the Landon Jackson defensive end. Artist proof out of 35. You got to see the clip of him when he was a freshman. At where did he go? Arkansas. He was getting dogged on pretty hard. Oh, I like the font on the back of that. And then the Rondé Barber for the Bucks out of 35. Tampa Bay going to Mike Haralambous. Yeah, it was a nice pack. Although the gold zone and those two might have been in separate packs. We did them pack by pack the very first box. And we did, if you want to go back and watch that, you can actually go see how the packs break down. Whoa, I'm going to tell you something I really like about these and after this pack. Omarion Hampton and Malik Neighbors. Joe Thomas, I think this is cool. Let me just grab a few of these here. These are just all base. But look how they kind of change the font based on the team. They get the team font, right? I think it's cool, dude. I don't think I've seen another set do that. Like, we'll go through a few more here. The Giants. The Bengals. It's like they use specific fonts for each team. Is that something you typically see? Am I being an idiot? Maybe it's just the way the card design is, but I like it. I think it's really cool. There's a Dylan Gabriel, Ollie Gordon, Trevor Etienne there for the Panthers. Definitely like that. I think that's sweet that they do that. There is a Will Howard. Oh, and that is a scorecard one. That is the checkerboard scorecard. Regardless of how the hobby has changed, I still enjoy those little things about it. I really do. I think it's what made, the little bit of fun stuff that's left in the hobby is to keep an eye on that. Quinn McMillan. Hey, how about a Kyron Williams autograph? One thing we noticed last time, I thought that pylon was embossed. It's not. It was part of the sticker. Kyron Williams for the Rams. Yeah, one thing we noticed is there's a good bit of vet. The vets, there's not a lot of numbered autos, though. Jalen Milroe. Jack Beck out of 20 for the Raiders. A little ding on that corner, unfortunately, but the Jack Beck for the Raiders out of 20. Nice one there going out to Eric. I don't know, did he? And I'm putting this in the top loader because it is the scorecard one. So again, just like that's just so cool how they do that. Different fonts for each team. I think that's awesome. Jackson Dart. And how about a gold? Demario Douglas gold zone wide receiver for New England. Pat's going out to Seth Anderson. That is out of 50. Gold zone out of 50. Yeah, I actually really like the design of the card. I like the helmets down here. I like that they use their font on the back. I like that the short prints on here seem to be falling nicely. I don't think it's an overproduced product. There's Justin Fields and the Jets. Yeah, I actually do. There's Shakir like the product this year for the price point. Now, Jalen Noel going out to the Houston Texans. That's going to be Richard. Jimmy got him. All right, Shador back to back. Showcase Michael Wilson out of 250 again. That's the highest, and everything else seems to be 50 or less, unless it's a rookie showcase. Oh, the die cut Boswell out of 10. That was cool. That was in the first break. Russell Wilson actually in the Steelers uni, but the Giants, which is weird because I think I saw someone pull a Russell Wilson autograph. There's a Luther Burden. I think I saw someone pull Russell Wilson autograph and he was on the Giants. Like it was in the Giants uni, I think. Could be wrong. James, are you on a computer? That's a good question. Let's check in. So it's not that, Jamie. You don't have to be on the computer to get points. So how does James get points? And it's not the wrench, because we saw that last time, and James doesn't have a wrench. I gotta figure out what it is. I like the thought though there, Hitman. Kobe Bryant for the Falcons. Restrepo. Trevion Henderson. Hot rookies. There's a Shador emerged. And Karlaftis showcase out of 250. We got the Zay Flowers. Trey Hendrickson. They still need to sign him, although the who got the Seahawks? Jason Mello. I may have to see if I can get that from you for packs. Be his first Sam Darnold Seahawks card. Jalen Milroe and Tyler Shuck. And Rashid Shaheed for the New Orleans Saints. Ron Maxa. There you go, Ron. That there is probably some truth to that. I was saying, Scott, I wish that I could do like around the horn style, like boop, boop. Take points away for people who annoy me. Give points for people who are positive and uplifting. Jaden Daniels. Curious to see what the base checklist on this looks like as far as names. How many unique names there are. Landon Jackson. Hey! There it is. Shadoozy. Cleveland. Carl. There it is. Shador Sanders. We'll mag that bad boy up. I mean, I'm not sure if it's going to be mag worthy, but for now, we will at least mag it up. It is nice seeing at least, I'd like to say a first-round quarterback, but a fifth-round quarterback. It is weird because when they signed him, I fully 100% think Panini was like, nice, we got one of those first-round picks locked in. And then he went so late. Still a cool card. Technically his first Browns auto, right? Drake May, Colston Loveland. Kraft. Dunze. There's a Debo. And what do we got coming up? Something. Oh, big name. Now we've seen him in other products, but it's Nico Marichal. That's going to be an NIL random. It's a decent box. Jason was saying too, for his NFL numbers retire. That's right. Send that right to the Hall of Fame, the Shador. We'll have to random that up. But Jason was saying the more he looks at the NIL checklist, the more he thinks there could be some really valuable names in here. Guys who have not yet signed anywhere, so they could hold some good value. Here's a James Pierce. Now again, showcase are numbered to 250 unless they are rookies. They're only to 100. But then outside of that, everything seems to be 50 or less as far as numbered cards go. So this product may not be extremely overprinted compared to some other products, you know. There's a Genty. Doug Williams for the Bucks going out to Harold Lambus. It's cool. This is definitely a cool box. We're only halfway in. 300 vets, 100 rookies. Okay, so not a massive checklist. Appreciate that, Jason. I just saw that. I don't know how I missed it earlier when I was looking up, but that looked... Dude, this is like on a different stock. I gotta set this over here. The scorecards, I don't know if I didn't notice it before, but it's almost like they're on like a plastic stock. We'll see when we pull another one. No name? No, it has a name. You're talking about this one? Buda Baker's up there. It just feels plasticky. I'm going to see if we have any other more scorecards. They might be one per box, but we'll look here. It definitely felt weird the minute I touched it. I was like, is this like the case hit? Oh, the punt god. Supposed to be on the Bills with the Chiefs poached. Matt Ariaza, Kansas City going out to Lonnie. Again, some numbered autos in this one, but not, you know, as many as you would think in a product like this. Arnaeus Williams out of 250, Vet Showcase. Shador. And another Vet Showcase out of 250, Cortland Sutton for Denver. Scott's so mad he doesn't have any points yet, I think. He's trying to even make jokes. Scott, I don't know how to get you points, man. I can't give them to you. Caleb Williams. Cam Scatabo. No, so this one's really weird. Oh, so I'm going to keep these on screen, sorry. There's something weird about this card. I'm just going to set it off here. I don't know why it's like that, but it is weird, man. It's like plasticky. Russell Wilson. Ewers. Yeah, see, that's not like it either. There's Cooper Kupp on the Seahawks. A lot of movement this year. Does seem like there's more every year. Riley Leonard. And Showcase Insert to 100. That's the first insert. So the Showcase Inserts and rookies are to 100, it looks like. The Vets are to 250. And that'll do it on that box. That box was top heavy, so it was like all the hits came out right away. What were you before? Were you in first? You have to go up to at the top where it says top fans with the crown. And it will show you the leaderboards, I believe. I need to clear this up. Sorry, I didn't realize it was a little bit blurry. All right, last box. And we don't forget, before you go anywhere, Tim, I have to at least random off the Nico. Yeah, I definitely, again, I do like that they limited the base. Oh, so can you not even see it on the phone? You might only be able to see it. I know. I've tried to read about it, Jamie. They're on to something there. Did I not do the second half of the last box? I did. Did I not do the second half of this? Or did I just put them up there? I may not have. Or did I just set them up there? Oh, it looks like I did, and I just set them up there. This is... Oh, yeah, we already did this one. Okay, sorry. This is the last stack. I just didn't put it up. All right, here we go. There's a Milrow and Shuck. They seem to go hand in hand. Trey Harris, rookie auto. Going to be going to the Chargers. That's going out to Joseph Taylor. And although the numbers aren't, the autos aren't numbered a ton, for the price point and to get 4 licensed autos, you know, it's hard to hate on it. Abdul Carter. And I haven't seen many Mahomes unless I just didn't notice them when we passed them. There's another Shador. DK Metcalf over there on the Steelers. Steelers team's going to look very different this year. Drake May. Raheem Sanders. Another Shador. Man, a lot of Shador in this. They're going to play that up probably with them having exclusives with him. Buda Baker. There's the old Dave Craig for the Seahawks. It's the first I've seen of him, too. Ashton Genty. Trey Harris. McMillan. All right, there we go. And Isaac Guerendo. Isaac Guerendo for the Niners going out to Mike Carolambus. Oh, I double bagged it there. Just kidding. I put 2 in 1. Earl Campbell was stuck in there. Sorry, Guerendo. You were probably smushed. DK wasn't a Steelers uni, wasn't he? Yeah, a lot of them are switched over. That's what I said. That's why I was surprised that Russell Wilson wasn't. Wherever we saw him. DK was in a Steelers unit. A lot of them are switched over. Justin Fields in the Jets already. There's a Fred Warner artist proof out of 35. All right, last stack. Here we go. See if we can get a 101. DK's going to ball out. Aaron Rodgers. DK. Those are personalities I can't wait to see come together. Yeah, don't go anywhere at the end because I'll do a quick recap and then I will random up the Nico card unless we get another NIL. I'd love to see the case hit too. If not, we have a case hit waiting the last 6. Who knows? Maybe they'll catch on. Like now that more people are paying attention to the case hits with 3-packs and stuff. But they didn't last year. I'd like to see them because they're cool cards. There's a Cam Ward. And Mason Graham, red zone for the Browns. Going to be out of 20. More numbered autos in this one. I'm just going to go to Cleveland. Carl to go with his Shador. 20-yard catch, 15. Hey, 5 yards is 5 yards. McMillan. I think I actually might do a best ball draft tonight. relax and do one of those. There's a Travis Hunter. We haven't seen much of him either. Wonder if like the boxes have a bunch of them or, you know, none of them. If they're just loaded. All right, last stack incoming. Yeah, where did Pickens end up going? And Zay Flowers out of 50 for Baltimore. It's going to be a gold zone. Baltimore Ravens going out to Hitman. There you go, Jamie. Zay Flowers. Definitely a lot more numbered in this one. We only had one numbered auto last time, and it was the NIL one. Really? Well, it's not numbered, and he's not guaranteed. I mean, there's conversations. I don't know how I feel about it. That he may not be on the final roster. Like, or they're going to try to move Dylan Gabriel. Like, they have just too much in that quarterback room. I think people are just scared that maybe he doesn't, I mean, he got a ticket. He's already in, like, I don't want to say trouble, but, like, he's always, you know, he's already that high speed. I know it's not a big deal. It's just a speeding ticket, yada, yada. But it's just an indicator of lack of, I think, discipline. I think some people are just worried that maybe it's just going to, you know, be over before it starts. Riley Leonard. And out of 50, Derwin James, Gold Zone. Another one for the Chargers. I just got a Cam Ward. Where was it? Just had one. Didn't they put it over here? Yeah, we got one Cam Ward. It was a base. Yeah, I said I think it's either going to be last break we only had like 2 or 3 of those, so maybe he's just a harder one. Mike got me flowers. Let's recap though, and I will show you again. 22 a spot, cheaper than the price of one spot, and even like essentially a one box of select, or not even, or a box of optic, not even, right? So it's to be assumed that 3 boxes, it's going to be a little less jam-packed with content, but I like it. Let me get all the showcases first. That was that weird shiny one. Lots of showcases here. Out of 250, we had the Barner and Simmons, Arnaeus Williams, Cortland Sutton. We had the Karlaftis, Michael Wilson, Ferragamo, Nico Collins. Now the rookies are out of 100, James Pierce, and the inserts are out of 100. Outside of those being the 250 and 100, everything else is numbered to 50 or less. We did have a Will Howard scorecard. We had the Willie Gault out of 50 Gold Zone and the Derwin James Gold Zone, both out of 50. We had the Rondé Barber out of 35 and the Fred Warner out of 35. Those are artist proof. And then the Red Zone out of 20, Jack Beck. We had, I'm checking all of our autos here. We should have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Looks like we had an extra auto. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we did have an extra auto. Cool. All right. Kyron Williams, Rashid Shaheed, Doug Williams, Ariaza, Garendo. Rookie Mason Graham out of 20, Red Zone. Jalen Noel, Trey Harris. Gold Zone was Zay Flowers out of 50 and Demario Douglas out of 50. We had the artist proof Landon Jackson for Buffalo out of 35 and the base Shador Sanders auto. And then we have to random up the Nico. So again, price point considered, I'm not terribly dissatisfied with the product. It's what we could expect, but I'm really happy that there's just not, it's not littered with like just tons of parallels, right? It's not littered with out of 79, out of 99, out of 125, out of 150, 175 too. as much as I like rainbows, like to collect and stuff, it has gotten a little bit out of control on some of those very expensive products like Optic. And then they add all the retail parallels, which I love it. I love to look at it. It's still one of my favorite products. It always will be. But at the price point of a hobby box, when you can get, it's wild. So it's cool to see a product that keeps it pretty simplified in the parallels. That means it's not overproduced either. It's going to go to the Kansas City Chiefs. Lonnie, you are going to get the Nico KC. All right, what do we got going on in chat? I don't have any. I'm out. I got to order more. We will for football season coming up. Now that new products coming out. All right, guys. I appreciate you coming in and hanging. Again, we'll probably throw some of this in a mixer. I might do a multi-year mixer or something tomorrow. We'll see. But I wanted to rip at least a little bit of on what I saw. We saw yesterday what they said. You get it through doing super stickers and stuff. Paid messages, paid stickers, sending gifts. But they don't, you know what? They don't carry over from break to break. Or break to break, from stream to stream. So, like, after this, it resets. It's not, I wish the points would accumulate, you know? They might, I think it's fairly new, so they might, you know, use feedback and kind of get better with it. All right, y'all. I am out for the night. I will see you tomorrow. We're getting closer and closer to fantasy football time. See y'all soon. Deuces.